I'm Michelle Villarreal, and I'm the Executive Director of the 411 House.
Dirk Gibson here, back with a great interview, and I am blessed. I am at the 411 House, and I'm sitting with Michelle Villarreal. Michelle, thank you for being here.
Of course,
yeah,
thank you.
cool. So we're going to share some information, and we're going to learn something together today about some of the great stuff that the 411 House is doing. So let's get right to it.
Sure.
All right, cool. Tell me what the 411 House is, and what you do and why you do it.
Sure. So we are a nonprofit. We are located in East Temple, and we serve youth, middle school, and high school boys, and we mentor them through a couple of different programs that we have. Our three main goals are community. We build that through all of our programming, as well as inviting our community in and building a family around them. Our mentors truly help to build that community around them. Our second goal is connection, which we do that through a bunch of different ways as well. And our last goal is experiences. So we like to take them on field trips, expose them to new things outside of even our community. And we also attend a summer camp every year, which is a ton of fun for our boys.
Right, very cool. I love
Yes.
camps. I still go to camps, yeah, that's great.
Yes.
Well, cool. So you're dealing with boys now.
Yes.
Anything in the future going to change?
Absolutely. We would love to increase the number of kids that we serve, which means that we would love to serve girls in the future. That is in our 3 to 5 year plan. And of course, that's something that we look forward to. And we'll definitely let y'all know when that happens.
Yeah, very cool.
Yes.
Very cool. So tell us what you need. What does 411 need? What do
Sure.
you need right now?
Absolutely. So we always need mentors. Our mentors are truly the heart of what we do, and our boys need them. Right now, we are only looking for male mentors for our boys, but we also can have females here to support in other ways. So we'll talk about that here in a second. But our mentors truly run our programs. They help with day in and day out pretty much everything that we do. So always in need of mentors. Another need that we have is through our volunteers. Our volunteers help with a multitude of things. When we run our programs, we often have needs for food, activities, things of that nature. And so our volunteers can help with that. That can be anyone. We often tell individuals that it doesn't have to be one person that brings a meal. It can be a family. It can be a small group. It could be a business that just gets together and brings a meal. We would love to meet y'all in person. So it doesn't have to be anonymous or anything like that. We would love for you guys to deliver a meal for us to say thank you. And especially for, the grand support. Obviously, the kids that we have, we are increasing that number. And with that, food increases. And so it's super helpful for us to have that support in regards to volunteers. And then one of our last and major needs are just recurring donors. Of course, everything that we do costs money. And we want to serve our kids in the best ways possible. And so with that, we need donors. And we do have sponsorship levels for businesses and companies as well, but our individual donors are just as important as those individuals that are large companies.
Very cool. Can I ask you a question
Absolutely.
about the mentors?
Yes.
And so the boys' ages range from?
Middle school to high school, so about 11 to 18.
Okay. So are you looking for like mentors to mentor with groups or with individuals or both? Or?
Both.
Okay.
Right now, our program coordinator, Steve Dutine, does our one-on-one mentoring, but that doesn't mean that a mentor that signs up as a volunteer, that they can't do one-on-one mentoring. In fact, a lot of ours do. So we do have requirements for our mentors, and that's 2 Wednesday nights a month, which is our major programming, and then a couple of things outside of that. But we have mentors that pick up kids on the weekends to take them to their basketball games, or just attend their basketball games, or just general events that they have. And so, yes, it can be a little bit of both. Obviously, a major goal would be to have one-on-one mentoring with each kid. We are not at that capacity just yet, but every single time we are with them, we are at least in a small group mentoring, like actual small group mentoring idea, and actually hear what them doing that. But yes, we would love to have one-on-one mentors as well.
Yeah, that's really cool. So to me, it sounds like you are, as parents, we raise we're not raising kids, we're raising adults,
Absolutely.
right? To go into the world and be self-sufficient and take care of us someday.
Yes,
right?
hopefully.
But with this, it sounds like you're raising these young men or these boys to become young men.
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
I have said boys multiple times, but we do treat them as young men.
Yeah.
And we are building quite a few life skills within them as well. That's a lot of our programming, is really to instill great life skills. And although we work predominantly with the boys, we do support the families as well. And so our families are pretty involved in a lot of the programming that we do. And we seek to support them as well, not just our boys. But yes, we want them to be champions, and we want them to succeed, and even just have somebody else outside of their family to seek support from, and that in itself is just amazing to us. So
no, that's cool. That's so well said. I love that. Okay, so one of my favorite questions, I always get to ask everyone that I talk with, is what do you love about our community, the Temple Belton area?
Sure. I grew up here. I've been here for 25 plus years. We're not going to say the exact number. And I have seen it grow quite a bit in that amount of time. And I love that. I love the access to new and fun things. But I also love being able to contact those new businesses and actually meet someone. A lot of them are still locally owned. And that is so helpful for a nonprofit. We can seek support from great large companies and organizations, but they don't get to see our faces that often. We are in constant communication with a lot of businesses here in town, and individual donors here in town. We love to see them face to face as well. And so although we've grown and we are still continuing to grow, I still feel like we have that small town family feel, and that's super helpful for a nonprofit organization to have.
Right on. We do live in a great place.
We do. I agree.
we do. Well, Michelle, I want to say thanks.
Of course.
This has been a lot of fun.
Yes, it has been. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching Getting to Know Temple and Belton, Texas. We like to call it God's country. If you or anyone you know would like to engage in our program to support our local businesses and our communities, please call me, 254-913-5326. I'm Dirk Gibson, Heart of Texas Realtor with Real Broker. I'm never too busy for your referrals, and I'm always ready to serve your real estate needs. Let's talk soon.